Hello my lovely Pisces. I am getting the cards ready for you so that we can do your September reading. I know you had to wait for a while, but maybe there's a message for you here today that you wouldn't really have received if you would have gotten it some weeks ago. There's always a reason. So I hope you guys are doing amazing. This is general, take what resonates. This is also timeless, so you can see this whenever. This is just a month from the day that you see this. Let's see what is the all in all energy for Pisces the month ahead. I heard starseed, and I did a reading some days ago about starseed. I can't remember which sign got it, but it was like, was it maybe the earth sign, the daily earth sign reading? The fates. Starseed. You have imagine reversed. You don't see how powerful a manifester you are. We have to do something about that. Because Pisces, you are a manifester. But sometimes you let the world suck you in a little bit. Sometimes you don't see how easy it actually is to go from point A to point B. You sometimes tend to throw a lot of stones in your way. And you need to stop that, because things are coming. This month ahead is going to be magical for you. I can feel it. Okay, so we will look into a lot of things today, like the past, the future, your hopes and fears, what's around you. Let's see. Now it starts raining. The cards are really weird. Whoa, okay. There's one card here. Whoa, the Chariot. Maybe some of you guys are dealing with Cancer. I have a bunch of cards that just... so we're gonna take them first. Two major arcanas. Some of you guys are dealing with a Cancer Aries because we have the Emperor. Then we have the King of Cups. Oh, the Page of Cups reversed. The Four of Pentacles reversed. I'm gonna move this deck. We have the Page of Swords. We have... See, now I forgot a card again. Queen of Cups. On the top of the Chariot. We had the Eight of Swords. The Fool. The World. Whoa. It's really, like they did speak about that we should get a storm in Denmark, so the weather is a bit crazy right now. We do have a Queen of Cups and a King of Cups, so I mean, maybe you guys are dealing with like water. But it can also just be your dreams and desires. So you're, you know, wanting to move into your dreams and desires. Let's see what else we can get for you guys. We have the Star reversed. The House. The Rider reversed. The Lilies. The Coffin reversed. Some of you guys are dealing with, some of you guys might be dealing with, as it can be a water sign, doesn't have to be, but someone in your past who's been unwilling to offer you what it is that you want, but for some reason you don't want to close it down. And I do feel that that's stopping you. You have the Park. The can't remember what that is, and the Wisdom, the all owls. You have the sun. I can't remember if it's the. I do feel is it the sun in this deck? It might be the sun reversed. So again, it's like the universe is actually trying to give you a lot of things, but for some reason you don't really see it. Let's see what we have here. For the situation, you have the Chariot together with the Star reversed. So you are not moving forward in whatever it is that you want. I do feel that you are overcoming the trouble from the past, because you do have the Chariot together with the Star, but the Star is reversed. So it is like you are overcoming whatever happened in the past. You are putting more peace to it, but you are still not really seeing what it is that's coming your way. You are going through a period of healing, that's for sure. But you might not see the healing at the moment. And I do feel that it's because that you might need to close an old chapter, because it is also a big stopper from you actually manifesting your dreams and desires. Because it's like the universe is actually trying to open up a lot of new things for you. And it does feel like you actually do have a feeling of you that stuff is happening around you, but still you are not closing down for the old chapter. And some of you guys, you are moving into a new place, which I do feel this can be relocation, but this can also be a new house. And I do this can be why it's so hard for you. Like you feel that the new chapter that you're stepping into is what you actually do want, but it's also scary because for some reason you moving into the new chapter is closing down for something else. Something that you actually know is already dead, but for some reason it's hard for you to actually close it completely down. It's like you like that it's still in the room. You like that it's still there. This can be, obviously this could be about a new person from the past, but this can also be old work maybe for some of you guys. This can also just be you being a little afraid of actually moving into the big world. Like, it's like a lot of things are actually happening for you. It's like you have the wheel of fortune for the future, or for the outcome. So something major is happening for you, but you're still unsure about the manifestation. I do really feel that your dream and desire is actually ready. The universe is just waiting for you to actually move. For some reason, I do feel for a lot of you guys, this is about relocating or moving, taking the next step, really doing. It can also, like, if you want to do something else in a job, or if you want to do YouTube, it's not enough that you sit at home being like, well, it could be fun to do it, but I don't know how to do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, the universe really calls for you to take the first step. Whatever it is, you need to take the first step here. And I do really feel that for a lot of you guys, maybe a person is holding you back. The Rider is the message bringer, and the Rider is reversed, so the Rider didn't deliver the message. The Emperor didn't deliver the message that you're waiting for. So who is it in your life that didn't deliver the message? because it's someone who's actually making you stuck. It's someone who's not making you move. Again, it can be an Aries, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be someone who's very like strong in their like in the way that they do things, but they are not really giving you the information that you have hope for. This can also be like the universe pushing you too much, like sending you pushing you to something where you're like, ooh, I want to do it, but no. Someone didn't get the message here. Now that you have the King of Cups in the past together with the lilies, this is someone who's very calm. Both cards are about being calm. So I do feel that in the past someone else actually came into your life recently who was very calm. But I do feel that a lot of you guys, you are too focused on someone else. Again, might be Aries, who didn't deliver the message that you are waiting for. It's like the universe is trying to explain to you that someone from your past didn't deliver the message that you wanted. Someone is not able to deliver the message that you wanted. But also in the past, maybe it's the recently past, someone new came into your life who actually was there to bring you peace. But and for some of you guys, you refused that because you're too focused on someone else, because you didn't close another chapter. You refused the offer from someone here. Again, it can also be someone that you're dealing with who refused your offer, but I do really feel that it's for you guys. You refused it because there's someone else from your past that you're waiting for. Someone who didn't deliver a message. So it's like you don't want to close the old chapter because they didn't deliver the message. So maybe they're going to deliver the message and it is another point. And I will say that they are not, because the universe is trying to send you someone else. Someone who is actually like you, because you have the Queen of Cups here. So it's someone who is on the same vibration as you are. You need to close down for the old. And it's funny because Cancer actually got the same cards in their reading. Like finally in the future, this is your future. Finally loosening up, not holding so tight, because for some reason there's something that you're holding too tight on here. It obviously can be the past, like the past way that you did things, but it can also be a person, because it is a person who is making you isolated. It's a person who is really stopping you from actually going out there and doing things. And you have the Page of Swords and the Park, so you are stalking someone. This is big time stalking. This is going outside in the public and stalking. This can also be you looking out for new things. If this is about work, maybe you are out, scattering new information about something creative that you want to do. But I do feel that because the Page of Swords is actually facing, I hope this is not mirroring, is it? The Page of Swords is facing the Aries, but the Aries is, you can see that his eyes are actually looking the other way. So for some of you guys, you might really stalk an Aries. Doesn't have to be an Aries, this can also just be you stalking someone that you find very like a man or a woman. Like someone who's like high up, someone who has their own mind and you just find very attractive. But it's also someone who's not communicating with you, someone who's not willing to communicate with you. And you try to find beauty in it, but there's no beauty in that. You want to communicate, because the Page of Swords is someone who's communicating. This is someone who's not communicating. There's no communication there. You are facing someone who's not communicating with you. And you have someone else who's actually trying to deliver you peace, more calm. But you refused. I do feel that you didn't even look into it, because that maybe you didn't even see it as an offer. Because again, you refuse to close down for something else. This can also be you closing down for the offer that someone tried to give you, but still not closing down for this person. Like, I do feel that a lot of you, some of you guys are dealing with two people. It's like you are aware that someone tried to give you an offer, but you are not ready to take it because you are waiting for someone else who are not. No, they are dealing with their own battle. And for what's around you, you have the I can't remember what you call this, cutting away the old, cutting away the bad. You're not doing that. Again, you are not cutting away the rope between you and this person. Doesn't have to be an Aries, it could be someone else. It's, for some reason, it's like you refuse to cut the past away from you, because it's scary. It's scary for you to move on from the past. Even though the universe is actually trying to move you into the future. But you have to understand that this is for you to cut that. You have to cut away what's around you. And what's around you might be a person who is not moving your way. Someone who's just playing mind games with you. And for your hopes and fears, again, you have the reversed lady. This can be you, but it can also be someone else. But I do feel this is you. You are afraid that you are not going to be seen, or you are not going to be recognized, or you are going to be alone. But you also have the Fool, which is your hope. You hope for a new beginning. The Fool is not afraid of making the jump. So I do feel a lot of you guys have this inner battle with yourself. Like, you're like, yes, I'm going to do this now. But then you're like, no, because, you know, no, what if, and how is, and no. You need to be the Fool and not be so scared of actually stepping into what it is the universe is trying to give you. Because for the outcome, you have the Wheel of Fortune, because together with the Owls. Wisdom. The owls are here to bring you wisdom. And I do feel that the wisdom is like you cutting away what you need to cut away. You actually going after this, because this is beautiful. Someone is really trying to, you know, move in your direction, but you don't see it. It's like this person is just ready to give you what it is that you, you know, always wanted, and you look at it, but you're not like, and he's just waiting. You need to find out what it is that you want. But pay attention to someone who is not communicating with you. Someone who is not even getting the message that you are giving them, because this is the message bringer, and this is like not receiving the message. Like whatever you are trying to give the other person, they refuse to take it. It's like those, I don't know if we do that anymore, but you had for some years ago, I think, like the people you could send out to do the birthday singing. It's like someone got that and they just smashed the door. They didn't even want to hear the birthday song. It feels that way. I will give you a last... They don't want to shuffle now. A last like little power message for you. Just know that someone is really trying to give you peace and calm. For some of you guys, you didn't even realize that someone tried to give you an offer. But for others of you, you know that someone else tried to give you an offer, but you just refused. The recording stopped. But you just refused it because you are like, well, there is still this other person that I didn't hear from, but maybe they are going to answer me at some point. No, remember, the new thing is coming into your life. Within the next week, well, I did say within the next week, so within the next week something is going to happen. But within the next month, the universe is going to give you the Wheel of Fortune, so you have to use your wisdom. What is the message for Pisces? You might even, that's too many. You might even be dealing with someone who's married. That's why they are not that's why they are not receiving the message. They're just throwing it out because, oh no, what if my wife or husband sees it? Think things through. Yes, Pisces, you need to think things through because you have someone who tried to offer you something. Try to look back in the past and recognize that someone actually tried to offer me something. It might have been a tiny offer. It might have been like, do you want to go out, watch a movie, or have a drink, have a cup of coffee? And you didn't really realize it as an offer because you are sending a message to someone who didn't receive it. I know this might have been a heavy one, but for you, just know that the Wheel of Fortune is waiting for you. But you still need to use wisdom. Think things through. What is it that you actually want here? This is going to be everything for you for September. I hope you guys could use today's message. Remember to let me know in a comment below. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Become a part of this family. And I hope you guys are going to have an amazing September. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!